Welcome back to Activity Quest, the podcast that's packed with stuff to do. This week, Louise is heading to Mermaid School. We're finding out how you can get your fins. Robin is chatting to the cast of the brand new CBBC So Dodger, and we've got events from across the UK. My name is Bex, and every episode of Activity Quest starts with a Fun Kids presenter doing something awesome. Now, pools might be a little bit nippy at the moment, but that's no problem if you're a mermaid. Louise is getting her fins in Mermaid School. Let's find out more.
It's true. Did you know that you, I, whether you're a girl or a boy, anyone can learn how to swim as a mermaid with your very own fins and a tail too? Well, earlier this week, I went along to South Coast Mermaids and I swapped my legs for scales and I took on the mermaid transformation. I've just walked past the castle, through the ruins and round to Arundel Lido, where I'm about to become a mermaid for the first time ever. Anna, what skills do I need to become and transform into this mystical character?
So, the first thing you have to be able to do is you have to be able to swim, and you can do a little bit of a dolphin kick, but I can help with that. So you don't have to be able to swim butterfly, but a little bit of dolphin kick will help.
I love the butterfly, it's my favourite stroke.
It's not the easiest though. It's not the easiest. The kick can come quite naturally, but I think the arms are a bit harder.
And what are the fins made of that I'm going to be wearing?
They've got a hard plastic insert and it's got a neoprene cover over the top. The reason why we use those is because the Royal Lifesaving Society have checked them and said that they're safe, which is great, and we're on board with that. But also the neoprene slips over your ankles. So if you can kick with your feet together, like a little bit of butterfly, then your feet will stay in. But if you need to get out for any reason, they've got a quick release, which is really important because sometimes you can just feel like you don't want to do it, or you've got cramp in your foot and you can just kick out of them.
Are they heavy in the water?
No, so what's great about these fins too is they're buoyancy neutral. If you float, they float, and if you want to go under the water, they'll go underwater with you.
And am I going to be learning any mermaid tricks?
Oh, for sure. So we're going to be doing some tail flicks, which is great. It splashes everyone behind you. And we're going to be doing some handstands. We can learn some mermaid rolls, and we can do some more advanced skills. So you can do forward rolls and backward rolls, and then handstands with tail flicks as well.
If I went swimming in the sea with a mermaid tail on, what do you reckon the fish and the dolphins would make of me swimming by?
I reckon it'd be totally normal. You're a proper mermaid. Of course.
I'm a total pro. I asked for the brightest, fishiest colour tail because there's all sorts of rainbow colours of mermaid fins, and I've been given the rainbow shiny fin. I'm sitting down at the edge of the pool. You've got to put your feet into the edge of the fins, which are like two pairs of socks that are tucked on the inside of what looks like a dolphin fin. I'm pulling it up, and you've got to lay back and wiggle it in. Oh, like a really tight sort of lycra suit. I'm in, and I'm wiggling towards the water. It's really slidey and slippery, and my feet and my legs are pressed together in the tail. There is no room to move, and I now can't walk. I now know how the Little Mermaid feels. I'll be singing for my legs
Right.
at the end of the day.
Last bit of safety information and stuff before we get in.
I'm bum shuffling towards the edge of the pool, and I've got to swivel into the pool at a certain angle and hold on to the side as I slide in.
It's going to be that we're going to do about 10-15 minutes of me sort of teaching. Get yourself in if you want. So we're going to go for a little mermaid kick over to the other side. You can do this with your hands above your head, but you're going to let it go the whole way through your body, alright? When you're ready, off you go. To breathe, you're going to do breaststroke arms. So you kick, 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 and then breaststroke arms to breathe, which will make things a lot easier.
I've just done my first lap as a mermaid, and it's really tough trying to keep your legs completely strapped into this tail and move at the same time and get deep down, diving low. We've just done a mermaid leap where you push yourself off the side, you grip on, you push your tail off the side of the pool, launch into the water and flick your tail into the air as high as you can. It creates a big splash. Water flies everywhere. It takes a lot of energy as well with the heavy tail attached to your body. It's hard work, this mermaid malarkey. Right now I've got a drone buzzing above my head, which sounds like a giant bumblebee, taking videos from overhead, capturing the moment that our tails pop out of the water, and then we get to do our big mermaid lunge and flick our tails, sending water droplets right the way across the pool. I'm going to give it another go and dive back in. I've got my legs back. And it feels so bizarre. I feel like I should be a mermaid forever, Anna. That was just the most surreal experience, and I don't want to leave it behind. I think I could spend all night long swimming up and down with my fins. I'm sad to let them go. Is that how everyone feels after a mermaid session?
It's just magical, isn't it? It's just magical, and it's so much fun.
But take us back to the beginning. What inspired you to launch these classes?
So I'm a primary school teacher originally and a swimming teacher, because I love them both, but I kept seeing children, and especially girls, drop out of swimming once they learned to swim. And I was looking at why, because there's so many opportunities, from diving to synchronised swimming to, competitive swimming. And it became really clear that they found swimming boring, and they didn't just like swimming up and down and doing lengths. So I wanted to have something that was fun and kept them active and just enjoying the water again. And mermaid and merman swimming was the perfect solution. If you look at a lot of activities especially for girls, a lot of them are really competitive. So even netball, badminton, tennis, they're all competitive sports, but this is something that just is fun, and it just brings joy, I believe, to people's lives. So if you didn't know, Disney are re-releasing The Little Mermaid as a live action film, so that's going to make things really popular again. But also I'm seeing children, a lot of girls, that have seen my mermaid classes that I know will want to do it and actually have a real incentive to learn to swim, because obviously I can't take children until they can swim, so it provides a real incentive, like there's going to be a treat once they learn to swim.
If someone's listening right now and they think, I want to be a mermaid for the day, what can they do?
So learn to swim first. That's the most important thing. So really get good at swimming, and there are loads of swim schools all around, and they're opening back up again now, which is fantastic. So once you can swim, then you can look for your local mermaid swim school. So I work with Swim England and the Royal Life Saving Society, and they work with Fin to Fit. So there's kind of an umbrella of companies, and we run classes all over the country. But there are other people as well that run classes, so you can look up your local mermaid school as well. And we want everyone to be safe in the water. So if you're doing advanced skills like mermaiding or monofin swimming, then it's really important that we get that safety first and we get you really confident in the water, and then we can have all the fun.
Thanks, Anna Louise. Whatever you do, wherever you go, whether it's becoming a mermaid or something else entirely, we want to know about it. You can leave us a 5-star review wherever it is you're listening to this, or get in touch at funkidslive.com/activityquest. Now, let's find out what's happening elsewhere across the UK.
Thanks, Bex. Yes, here are some events from across the UK. First up, hit ITV TV show The Masked Singer is coming to a stage near you. Book now, play the game and choose the winner. The Masked Singer Live is happening at venues across the UK this April. For the first time ever, your favourite characters will be brought to life live on stage, as different mystery celebrities are unmasked at the end of every performance. Plus, new never-before-seen characters performing exclusively for the tour. Can you guess who's behind the mask. TheMaskSingerUK.com is the place to book and find out more, and surprise the family with an invitation to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party at the Churnet Valley Railway. It's happening this Easter. It's something you can book and look forward to. Lucky passengers will board this specially decorated train for a trip through the lovely Staffordshire countryside. On board will be a variety of themed treats to make the trip extra special. You'll be able to meet your favourite characters. Adults can relax with a hot drink. Kids get a soft drink as well as delicious cakes. Yes, please. There's colouring and face painting too, and the entire thing lasts an hour. ChurnetValleyRailway.co.uk to find out more. And finally, have you got what it takes to tackle superhero challenges? Check out the latest issue of Mega Magazine to see if you can complete these Spider-Man missions and become a true superhero. Unlock good vibes with some epic posters, test your knowledge of Fortnite with a mega quiz, and find out all you need to know about the monster new movie Turning Red. Mega Magazine's got it all, and it's out now.
Now we're heading back to Victorian London. Oliver Twist is the star of a Charles Dickens book of the same name. He's an orphan and runs away from a workhouse where he meets Jack Dawkins, otherwise known as the Artful Dodger. And there's a brand new TV show based all around it. Have you seen it? If you haven't, don't you worry, we've got all the goss right now. It's called Dodger, and Robin caught up with the cast behind the show.
Well, of course, guys, we feel like we already know the iconic character of Dodger from Oliver Twist. But what can you tell us about Dodger? What is Dodger the series? What can we expect?
Well, it's a reimagined version of the characters you love. Fagin, Bill Sykes, obviously Dodger. But there's a whole bunch of new characters in there, imagined by Rhys Thomas and Lucy Montgomery. It's just them navigating Victorian London and all the madness that goes on there.
Now, of course, your character, Polly, can you tell us a little bit about that, Ellie?
Polly is a very serious girl. She is the muscle of the gang, I think I'd describe her as. She's described as Fagin's little soldier as well, because Dodger's the ideas man. He's got all these brilliant ideas, but she's a bit of a realist, and she'll be the first one to go, you haven't thought of this, you haven't thought of that, and bring him back down to earth. So yeah, Polly's the muscle and the realist.
And what about you, Billy? What would you say if you had to describe Dodger in just 10 seconds? What would you say?
10 seconds. So I'd say top hats. I'd say funniness. I'd say there's a lot of adventures. There's gangs. There's more adventures. I just think it's really a really good Touchwood. Fingers crossed and all that. But yeah. I think it's good, and it's got adventures, and it's a family and drama.
I love that. You got a bit of both in there then, haven't you? And kind of what was it like being part of a TV show? You're obviously working with some amazing actors. Did you ever get a little bit nervous? How was that experience for you?
My first day, I was terrified. And then,
were you?
And then my second day, I had my first line, and I was terrified again. And then my third day, I had my first scene with Chris Freckleston on my first ever acting job, and I was just like, but yeah, we were really lucky, weren't we, Billy, with all the people that came on. It was mad.
It was crazy. Remember we did the rehearsals and that. He first saw Chris in that, and he was just sitting there.
Yeah, and David Fowler came in just on the third day of rehearsals. He just walked in, he was a little bandana on.
He had the bandana. He was like, you all right? I went,
hi, David.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But they were all lovely. All of them that came on were so lovely, and a lot of them were comedians as well. So it was comedians or comedy actors. They were all a good laugh too.
I love that. It just became so casual a bit. Were you just like going to lunch with them, and then suddenly you were like, hey, we're just letting the gang?
Very much. Some days.
Yeah, some days. Now, of course, Ellie, you were talking just a little bit there about kind of Polly being the muscle behind it. What do you think's been your favourite part about playing her?
It's really hard, really hard. And I'm not. I know my limits. Anything past verbal, I'm done. But Polly has fights and wins them 99% of the time. So playing someone who's physically like she is hard was a lot of fun. And she's a little bit scary as well.
That is so much fun. And what about you then, Billy? Dodger, huge, iconic character. I mean, did you have to do any kind of research? How did you go about playing such an iconic, artful Dodger?
Well, yeah, when I first got the role, I was so excited, It's one of my dream roles. I love Oliver Twist, the movie, and my favourite character was obvious. It was Dodger. So I loved it. And I remember when I was on the set and we did rehearsals, Reese, director and the writer, he bought me the book. And so I skimmed through, I went through the book and I saw Dodger's character. So I read a bit of that to see, you know, how Dodger was played and that. But yeah, I watched a bit of everyone playing Dodger and read the book, and yeah, I just kind of made it my own.
Yeah, and how do you even go about, you know, you got such a character like that, how do you go about kind of putting your own little twist onto it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think the thing is that it's not just, you know, oh, we're having a laugh, you know, sing along and all. So you're just seeing that kind of Dodger, you know, that lad side. He's not actually Dodger yet. He's Jack Dawkins. So it shows you how he becomes Dodger. So he doesn't just start off Dodger. So that's what I really like. You see that vulnerable side of him. And, you know, he's not just, you know, Jack the lad all the time. He does have that, you know, vulnerable side of him.
Oh, amazing. So that's part of the series then. You kind of see him become Dodger.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Now, what would you kind of say? I know you were talking a little bit there, Ellie, about kind of the different comedians on set. Was there any funny memories that you've got? What's been your kind of favourite part on set?
Oh, there were so many on the set, just the conversations and interactions with these people. But one of my favourite memories, Billy was actually there, so I'll let him tell the story properly. But I was getting pings on my Instagram from the cameraman posting, and basically him and the director Reese had shut down the set by accidentally getting stuck in a room. And I was just getting vlogs of the cameraman being stuck with Reese in this room. But Billy, what was actually I still don't know fully what happened.
So we were there. So the set was actually a prison. So it was a place where it was a prison, yeah. And I was off set or getting ready. And all of a sudden they've gone, oh no, they're stuck. I went, what? Oh no, they're stuck. What's happened? And I remember I had this massive coat on. I walked over and, you know, one of those massive police doors, and you got the little tiny little, you open it up, and I could just hear Reese and cameraman Pete just go, get us out of it. I think they shut the door behind them to see, you know, how big the room was. But when they shut it, it just bolted, it locked. So they couldn't open it. There was no key or anything. They didn't know what they were doing. So
it was Simo, the prop man. I remember in the video, Simo's trying to jar the door.
Was it one of those pinning locks and tried to unlock it? And they were stuck in there for good. And I couldn't stop laughing. I went, oh no, they're stuck. They are stuck. And he had to do it. And he finally, I don't know how he did it, this pinning that, he finally just undid it. And they went, oh my God, I love you, Simo. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Simo's a genius. He saved the day a lot of times.
Oh, really? He's the guy, is he?
Yeah.
Well, guys, we want to kind of get to know your characters a little bit better. So we thought we'd play a little game called Do It or Dodge It. So if you think your character would do it, all you have to say is do it. But if you think, nah, they're not going to do that, all you got to say is dodge it, okay? So the first one is tidy your room. Are they going to do it? Are they going to dodge it?
Dodge it.
Dodge.
Yeah.
Dodge.
Both of you, not a chance. Okay, here's one. Do their homework early.
Dodge.
They don't even do it. Dodge.
I can't read.
Don't do it at all. Eat the last chocolate in the box.
Oh,
do it.
Do. Actually, he is a bit of a... Nah, he's going to do it. Nah, he's doing it.
Nah, he's going to do it. He'll probably pretend to do it and then eat it himself. I reckon. Yeah.
But maybe Jack Dawkins, maybe he wouldn't.
John Dawkins, maybe, yeah. I can see that.
Go do it. He's hungry.
I like this. It's got layers to it now. Got it all in there. Okay. Steal a rich man's wallet.
Do it.
That's what they do.
100%.
100%. And the last one, do you think they would watch Dodger?
100% do it.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So I don't know what I was thinking there, definitely.
I love that you gave that thought there, Billy. It's like, would he really watch it?
I don't know. When he watched himself, yeah, I think he liked himself a little bit.
He liked to watch himself. Polly would as well. Polly would lap it up.
You think Polly would definitely?
I think Polly would like to watch her greatest fight moment a lot.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, she'd lap that up. She'd get all her mates around. Look at me.
Yeah, when he's dodgy, you go, oh, yeah, look, I just next. Yeah, definitely.
They both do it to show off, basically. Yeah.
I love that. They'll be sitting there watching just to show all their mates and just be like, see, look what I did. This is what I did. Amazing. Well, I've got one last question for you guys. So here at Fun Kids, we are sending a message to space. We're the very first radio broadcast to go into space. We're setting a world record. And we want to know if there's anything that you guys could say to aliens, what would it be?
What would I say? Let me think. This is going to be in space. Whoa.
Yeah, I think it's true.
Life on Mars? No, I don't know. What would I say? What did you say? I know I'd say. Is there any top hats? You know, do you wear top hats, aliens? Do any of the aliens wear top hats?
That is a really good question. Can you imagine all the aliens just rocking around with their top hats?
So what I say, yeah. I say, oi, aliens, do you have any top hats? That's what I say.
Oi, aliens. I think I'd probably ask them is this their first visit? How long have they been lingering without letting us know? Do you know what I mean? They've just been undercover all this time. What are you doing, guys? Just out of curiosity.
You two are making me laugh because I feel like you've been studying the aliens here. It's like you guys know your stuff.
I've watched a lot of documentaries about this type of thing, and people in Texas saying that they've seen UFOs and they've ducked them from their cars and stuff. I find them quite a lot of fun to watch.
What would you say, though, if we said aliens? Maybe I'd say, come and watch Dodger.
That's a great thing to say.
Yeah, watch Dodger February 6th.
February 6th. Have a look, have a watch. Come to our planet.
Take it to all your alien mates as well. You get the BBC in space. I'm sure they do. They're aliens.
Oh, yeah. They can get anything. They can get it on BBC iPlayer. They've got CBBC on there.
Watch it UFO.
Well, must watch it then.
Exactly. And we can all watch it as well, can't we? So we don't even need to be aliens.
Yes. That's true.
Exactly. We get it, whether the aliens get it or not. So.
Amen. Now, of course, we can catch it on the 6th of February, CBBC, BBC iPlayer, and it's Dodger the series. So I hope it goes just as well as I'm sure it will. I've already had a little sneak peek and it's brilliant. So well done, guys.
Big thank you to Robin. And if you want to catch up, you can watch Dodger right now on the CBBC iPlayer. Remember, there's loads of episodes of Activity Quest that you can go back and listen to any time you fancy. If you're after some more suggestions, just scroll back in your podcast app and pick an episode you like. Whatever you do and however you do it, tell us at funkidslive.com/activityquest. And remember to rate, review and follow this podcast wherever it is you're listening to it. I'm Bex, and this has been a podcast from the UK's children's radio station, Fun Kids. Listen to me on your DAB digital radio, online, on the free Fun Kids mobile app and on your smart speaker. Just say, play Fun Kids, every weekday from 4 p.m. Bye!
The Space Programme is a Bafflegab production for the UK's children's radio station, Fun Kids. You can listen to Fun Kids all day on your DAB digital radio, on your smart speaker by saying play Fun Kids, and on the free Fun Kids mobile app. You can also listen online and play loads of games, quizzes, as well as find out the latest news at funkidslive.com.